Even if you don't think you have, now that I'm saying it, you're probably like, you know what? You know what? I did see that in the gym once or twice. For training programs, meal plans, and coaching, make sure you check out khpfitnessandtraining.com. What's going on, my fitness seekers all over the world? KHP Fitness here with another video for you, bringing you health and fitness from my perspective. Now, as you know, I've been doing this for a long time, so I try to be as thorough as possible while pushing out these videos and giving you the best advice that I can give. I also want to teach people that you're stronger than you think you are. So with that being said, let's jump on into it. What I wanted to talk about today is the push into the pump videos that I do. I am actually going through part 7 of the push into the pumps, focusing on the teres minors and majors through movements like pull aparts to help with your posture and to basically equal out that force couple relationship a lot of people neglect. Now you're probably asking, what's the force couple relationship? Well, let me explain it to you. Force couple relationship is essentially the body moving in between each other. So if you're stronger on your back, you'll be getting pulled back more. If you're stronger in your front, you kind of get that Neanderthal look that you see in the gym with guys like this, because a lot of times they don't have that focus to posture up and be strong on both sides. And that can come from overworking muscles in the front or the back, but typically in the front, and the weaker muscles in the back not being able to pull and relate them to each other. So you want to make sure you're strong on both sides so you're not having a weird overcompensating look. We've all seen it in the gym, trust me. Even if you don't think you have, now that I'm saying it, you're probably like, you know what? You know what? I did see that in the gym once or twice. So the move I wanted to talk about today that'll really help focus on that is pull aparts. Now pull aparts are one of my favorite movements, just because it really will help you concentrate on getting a movement that'll put you in a posture correct form, and that is very, very helpful when it comes to the back overworking, because a lot of times when you're slumped over, your lower back's working extra hard, and you don't want that. You don't want anything that has to compensate for something else, so you have to strengthen around that. Typically when you get pain, they always tell you to check above and below, and so you always want to look into that. If you're getting pain in your neck or lower back, it's probably somewhere in the middle of that, so you want to go ahead and try to correct that as best you can. And there is a couple different variations that you can do when it comes to the pull aparts. One of my favorites is the bent over pull apart. Love that because it's very challenging, and I'm advanced enough to be doing that. If you're not advanced, your traps are going to take over, and a lot of people do the pull apart incorrectly in the first place. So usually when you see a pull apart done, people, when they're trying to attempt to pull apart, first of all, there's way too much slack in the band. You always want to make sure you keep that band slackless. You should be able to have it like it's a chord on a guitar when you're doing it. So when you're doing the movement, you want to be pulling back just like so, and not humping up your shoulders, doing this neck action that a lot of people do. You want to keep your shoulders depressed and don't think about pulling back, because when you think about pulling back, you go up like so. Think about pulling apart, just like the move says. An apart movement will be the best way to go. When you do it that way, you're separating it, making the teres minors and majors get that work, along with the infrasonatus and the suprasonatus. It's a lot of little muscles working back there to keep your back nice and strong, keep your posture up high so you're not having that slouch down look. So whenever you're doing a movement like that, you want to make sure that you're essentially pinching a pencil in the mid of your back, and that'll make it depress and try to pinch it as you're doing all of the movements like so, versus a situation where you're doing this, you can't pinch it, that pencil is going to fall straight down. It's just like I said before, any push, any pull movement, that is what you want to focus on. And now I want to talk about the 3 different variations. There is the up variation for beginners, when you're coming up like so and you're pulling down to your chest. That's the up variation right there, just like so. Then there's the neutral, where you're here, like so. And then there's the bent over, where you're pulling it up, just like so. Those 3 variations, beginner, intermediate, and advanced, those are the 3 different ones that you want to be using. and it will challenge you. You don't need a super heavy band. You can make something like a light band work, up to the medium. You can go up to the heavy if you're feeling adventurous about it. But I tell you right now, try your best to start out with the light. You should not be progressing on until you're able to get it from pulling here to pulling it all the way in here in the middle, where you're able to pull it apart and come back in. That's the only time you need to be progressing up to the medium and then the heavy, which is going to take time, guys. It is very strenuous. It is very demanding, and you don't want to overcompensate with too heavy pulling because you can hurt something. I had a friend who thought he couldn't get hurt from the bands, but it's just like anything else. With improper form, it can make other muscles work and the compensation starts to happen. Then you get all these cricks in your neck. So he was doing the pull super heavy and he's like doing this and cricked in his neck. And he told me too, and I was like, yeah, man, it's because you were putting too much into it. Way too much. So that's just something to remember for the future.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
All right, and I think I gave you guys a pretty thorough look into that. I hope this does help, and I hope the videos on the side helped as well, and the illustrations. I try to be as thorough as I can when I'm making these things for you guys, when I'm doing the revisits, to give you a little bit more into it on why I suggest these moves. Because like I said before, the 1 minute clips, they're just not long enough. I like to create the shorts just to keep some activity on the channel, but I'm really focusing in on really giving you guys more thorough information on why you want to do this. As you know, guys, I always appreciate you dropping in, and I think I got one more thing for you. If you're interested in coaching, meal plans, and training programs, make sure you go ahead and check those out. I have those for you, 3, 4, 5 day splits or more if you need to, but don't go too crazy, guys. As I always say, you know, unless you're competing or something like that, but your body needs rest. So if you're getting the nutrition and you're getting everything else with that, you're gonna get a good combination of the Holy Trinity when it comes to training, nutrition, and sleep. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, share this video, and keep watching, man, because I got more stuff coming for you guys in the near future. Thank you again for watching. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.